Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Right Trigger, and you're watching pre-recorded gameplay of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and I'm sure many of you guys have already heard the news about Call of Duty World War II, which is going to be the next Call of Duty that comes out for 2017. I'm sure most of you guys are already, extremely hyped. I'm very hyped just because this is going to be the first non-jetpack game that we've had for since about like 3 years. So it's going to be a huge refresher, but I'm really not here to touch up on that. What I am here to talk about is what I'm expecting from the game. And I just want to let you guys know what I think this game needs to have in order for people to actually enjoy it. Because I've already seen most people say, this game's going to be really boring. It's going to be just like every other game. We've already got Black Ops 2. We don't need anything more because they couldn't give us anything better. And even though I do agree with that, I'm still extremely hyped, and I will be buying the Season Pass. I'm going to be buying the game. I'm going to support it as much as I can because I want Call of Duty to grow even more, even though it's basically the godfather of our generation right now. And so yeah, I want to go into that, and I'm going to start talking about, I'm going to break it up into sections, even because that's what I always do, even though I can't really say much about the campaign. So I'm just going to start with the campaign. Pretty much just make it good. I really want co-op back. I want to be able to play the campaign with my friends. Because Black Ops 3 had that, and even though I didn't do that too much, I still really thought it was a great and fun way to experience the campaign, so I'd like to see that come back. That's pretty much all I have to say about the campaign, so I'm not going to bore you with any more of that. Now on to multiplayer. Yes, that's right. I'm not saving the best for last, because I actually have a lot to talk about for zombies. Anyways, so let's just stick to this for now. Multiplayer. All I have to say is, in order to make this game not feel like a terrible transition from jetpacks to not using jetpacks or boots on the ground, I believe we need to be able to sprint for a lot longer, I would say, because I can guarantee you people are going to get very bored of this game because they're so used to the fast-pacedness. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm one to say that jetpacks and whatnot are not okay, but at the same time, if the transition isn't smooth, then people aren't going to like it. So I think we need to be able to run for a pretty good amount of time before we start, jogging or walking or whatever you want to call it. Not to mention, I believe we need to be able to reload while we run. Battlefield 1 is doing it, and it's working perfectly. It feels really nice. Infinite Warfare already has that, and I believe there's even a perk in Black Ops 3 that you can use to do that, which I use all the time, and I don't use anything else. Or that's the perk that I mainly run, I should say. Like, that's my favorite perk. So, when it comes to multiplayer, I do believe we need to be able to do things without always having to walk. Doing things shouldn't feel so disabling. We should be able to throw concussions and run at the same time. Things like that. Otherwise, people are going to get bored of this really fast because it's just going to feel slow. The other major thing is that the multiplayer maps need to stick to either being short range or medium distance maps. Big maps are obviously not what people like. Black Ops 2 had really, really good sized maps. Even Cargo was a little bit too big. Turbine was way too much. But sticking to some of the best maps are medium range, like Raid or even Standoff, things like that. They need to feel open, not too crowded, but not so open that, when you respawn, it's like, god damn it, now I gotta get back in the action and waste like 30 seconds. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about was the weapons and the attachments and things like that. Now, when it comes to weapons, I am more than expecting that at least 80% of the assault rifles are semi-automatic, because that's just the way it was. Now, the last weapon, the one that you get at maybe like level 45 or 50, could be fully automatic. Like if they were to bring back the STG-44 or something similar to that, or in the same family as the STG-44, that would be interesting. But I do expect most of the ARs to be semi-automatic. Submachine guns, not so much, just because, it doesn't really follow the class rules. And then sniper rifles, I'm expecting the sniper rifles to be a one-shot, one-kill, no matter what, because this is World War II, and I know that with this game, they're trying to make it so that, it's a balancing issue, but if it's a bolt-action sniper rifle, I expect it to always be a one-shot, one-kill, just because I'm so tired of the hit markers, not to mention, if you get a hit with a sniper rifle, it's a hit. You know, you got something. And then the other person, all they've got to do is just tag you with like 3 bullets, and boom, you're down. I don't know. That's just my preference. I don't like hit markers. Now, if it's a semi-automatic sniper rifle, you can give me 5 hit markers, I don't care. That's just because I hate people who use semi-automatic snipers. I'm sorry, I just don't like them at all, because people spam and whatever, it doesn't matter. But the other thing is attachments. I do want them to have, you know, cool attachments, like bringing back the, if you guys remember, if any of you guys have played World at War, you guys will know that there was a sight that was like a circle with a cross, and in the middle was like a black part where it kind of met. It was like a circle, kind of. I'd like to see that be brought back. Something similar to that, because it felt really nice. It looked good and clean, and not to mention people who did play World at War, it would be like giving them a hand and saying like, hey, you know, enemy down. Don't you like that, or whatever, I don't know. I'd like to see that. And then what I wouldn't like to see is crazy attachments that make guns overpowered. Like, I could see them having the idea of, oh, let's make it so that you can turn the guns fully automatic. Like, if there's assault rifles that are semi-automatic, I could see them bringing in an attachment that turns assault rifles fully automatic. I could really honestly seeing that. I could see them doing something stupid like that that would be overpowered and absolutely ridiculous. So that's something that I just gotta say I do not want. And I think that's obvious. I think most people would not like that. If you want a fully automatic weapon, use a submachine gun or the last assault rifle. I don't know. That's just my opinion. The last thing I did want to bring up was zombies, and the reason why is because this is kind of a controversial topic, really. If you guys played Advanced Warfare Zombies, you'll know that they left it kind of on a cliffhanger, and I don't know if I want them to treat this like Ghosts, where they just say, the Ghost campaign never happened, you know, we're not going to revisit it. I don't want that to happen. I want them to go back to the characters, but somehow implement no exosuit. I don't know, maybe the power goes out all over the world because the zombie apocalypse has been happening for so long, and they don't have, you know, any way to charge the batteries in the exosuits or something like that. I want to see the same characters, but don't have exosuits. That would be the worst idea of all time. If even one Call of Duty fan heard that there was going to be exosuits in any part of this game, I can guarantee you the entire franchise would just fall and collapse, and there would be nobody playing this fucking game, just because it's become a thing of not even the way the game feels, it's whatever that word is, you know, it's the feeling of the game, you know, the thought of having supply drops in the next year's Call of Duty sucks, but it won't break the game. We already know there's going to be supply drops in next year's game, but we live with it because it's something that we just expect. You know, you can't do anything about it, so just don't even talk about it anymore. Black market blackout, you know, that was a thing, but nobody talks about that anymore because it didn't do shit. So yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys think about this, and, you know, mostly the zombies part, because it is kind of an odd topic, because if they don't follow those characters, it's just going to be Ghost Part 2, but if they do, they can't be stupid about it. So yeah, do let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below, and yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.